Hi everybody, you're watching Adele Coetzee on the City Hill Single Parents Life Group Facebook page. We're closing the week with our discussion on learning difficulties identified in high conflict divorce situations in the home that the children are exposed to. So I want to close off this week and just leave everybody with one thought, and that is really that if your child is identified to be experiencing some learning difficulties, please don't rush out and buy the medication that the school is asking you to put your child on. It is a option that they have in order to manage the class, and really because they have to consider the other 25 children in the class as well if you have one child that is very disruptive. But if your child is not disrupting the entire class and simply just battling to focus and can't remember anything, and isn't getting the marks that the other children perhaps are getting, don't rush out. Take your time. Do what needs to be done for the best interest of your child, and not what is in the best interest of the teacher or the school even. It is your child, it is your life, it is their life that you are impacting. And I think far too many people are too happy to stick some drugs into people and just become little zombies sitting in their classrooms and really dependent for the rest of their lives, and not learning how to self-discipline, and not learning that in fact they are not who everybody says they are. They are still becoming their own little people, and they are just experiencing some issues that they don't really know, and they haven't got the skills yet to manage. And that's what the parent is there for. You're supposed to parent your child through the periods of time where they cannot deal with conflict, they cannot deal with being reprimanded, they cannot focus. It requires a lot of patience, and as a single parent, I promise you, I do understand that it takes a great deal of patience, and it's something that we have to learn. I've never been a particularly patient person, and there's nothing like having a child that teaches you patience, and there's nothing like having a child that teaches you how to behave and how to self-discipline, because through their repeating your behavior, you can suddenly realize that you are not as clued up as you seem to think you are, and you're also not always as well behaved as you seem to think you are. And disciplining yourself is probably the most important thing that you can do in order to discipline your child, because really children live through observation. They will do as you do and not as you tell them to. And if you don't believe that, well, enjoy the teenage years. I'm really working hard to try and manage those years. And so I am bending this tree while she is young, and most of the bending is happening inside of me, where I have to really be focused and conscious every day as to how I behave, how I represent myself, so that she follows a good example and doesn't follow the crowd who's always so eager to disobey and rebel and not necessarily live to the morals that I wish her to live to. So that's closing our high conflict child divorce scenario. There might be some other topics that come up and touch on this slightly, but we'll have to wait and see as we unfold next week. Thank you.